Time magazine has just released its annual list of the 100 most influential people in the world. It's an interesting mix of pop culture icons, amazing athletes, and world leaders. Joining us now from New York is Bryan Walsh, international editor of Time magazine. Good morning.
Good morning.
So a big day for a lot of faces. Give us a sense of the list of this year's most influential people.
Well, you know, it's a range of world leaders, and including Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who's on the list. Leaders from elsewhere around the world, celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio, artists like Lin-Manuel Miranda, scientists. It's really sort of a collection of people who we think have really created an amazing amount of influence on the world today. And the people who are not just leaders, but people who are sort of pushing the boundaries of where the world is going, I think.
So tell me in terms of criteria of influence, since that's what we're talking about, because there are so many different categories of individuals here, from scientists, as you say, to world leaders. How do you measure the influence?
You know, it's tough, and we've been doing this now for more than a decade, really, and we try to look to see, you know, what do people really look up to? You know, so it may be someone obviously who's on the world stage, who's shaping world events like President Obama, but it may be someone like Dr. Denis Mukwege, who's a gynecologist in the Democratic Republic of Congo, who is helping victims of war rape, and it could be artists like Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's had this incredible play, Hamilton, on Broadway. You know, it's someone who people, I think, really look up to, and I think, you know, those who are actually really pushing the boundaries of where art is going, where science is going, where the world is going.
Tell me, there's some, you know, interesting faces in the world of celebrity, of course, from performers to actors, and I see Adele is on the list, and it's, you know, tough to argue that, you know, because she's been so influential, and especially after the release of her last album.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Adele is a great example. I mean, someone, when you're selling that many albums, you're kind of a no-brainer. You know, and someone like Leo DiCaprio, I think when you win the Best Picture, win Best Actor for the Oscar, you're also kind of a no-brainer. But he's also someone that we look to who's not just there because he's a great actor, but someone who's there because he's doing great environmental work. And that's often what we're looking for, those who aren't just successful in one field, but actually are successful in multiple fields, and really, I think, kind of telling a new kind of story for what the world can do today.
And tell us about, I mean, I'm just getting a look at the list for the first time, so I'm quickly trying to scan it, but, you know, Aung San Suu Kyi, of course, is on there.
Yes, I mean, she's had an amazing year. You know, this is someone who already had won a Nobel Peace Prize. She spent years in house arrest, and now is finally seeing her dream of a democratic Burma really come to fruition. But at the same time, you know, it's not just an award, really. You know, we're actually looking as well, you know, the good things and the bad things these people may be doing. In the case of Aung San Suu Kyi, she's come under criticism really for not doing enough to protect the rights of the Rohingya minority in her own country. So, you know, just because you're on this list doesn't mean, you know, you're perfect. Obviously, someone like Vladimir Putin is on this list. Kim Jong-un, they're having influence, perhaps not for the most positive reasons, though.
Yeah, fascinating, though, as we pour through this. Thank you so kindly for joining us this morning with a first look at the list.
Thank you very much.